welcome to iHollywood Television. I am Noah Wilson, and in this episode, we're giving you a VIP pass to the making of The Naked Gun, starring Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson, now playing in theaters. So first, let's take you on set with the cast and crew as we learn more about the movie and what you can expect when seeing this movie in theaters this summer.
Did you get all that?
Frank Drebin. He's a very committed police inspector, but he's bumbling. He's not stupid, but he has a naivete to him. Finds himself in situations and kind of does the wrong thing, but with the right attitude. And it lands him in lots of precarious situations that he has to, hopefully in a funny way, find a way out of, you know.
I love The Naked Guns. I thought that they were really funny, and they're just such crazy, silly comedies, and I think, you know, the world needs that right now. I think everyone needs a good giggle, and this movie definitely has some of those in them. Liam's fantastic. I mean, everyone, I think, is going to fall in love.
It's an incredible franchise. I mean, Leslie Nielsen is a comedy legend who characters that I studied him. So it came from the source himself. There's guns, there's puns, there's double entendres, there's double the fun, there's giggles. As Liam says,
yeah, a lot of giggles.
Leslie Nielsen set the tone for that time, and we're bringing it back because who doesn't love a good dose of nostalgia?
I think it's important we as human beings, as groups, sit together and see entertainment, i.e. movies, cinema, in theaters. It's a thrilling experience. It is, especially when it's a comedy, to sit together with a bunch of strangers and laugh at the same stuff, giggle at the same stuff. I think it's very important for our souls.
I hope you don't mind me asking, sir, but how is getting a confession like this legal?
Sometimes to get the job done, you have to break the law. I do it all the time.
Frank Jr. and Ed Jr. really love each other. They are like brothers or uncle and nephew, mentor-mentee. And in this story, they get tangled up in yet another mess, not unlike what their fathers had to combat in the original films. And I like to think that friendship is tested and stretched, and in the end, you see that these two guys, no matter what the case is, no matter what turns it's taking, they're always going to have each other's backs. I like to think that Ed respects Frank so much that he's never trying to make him feel lowly or bad for screwing something up or misinterpreting something. He loves him too much to really reveal that.
For these kinds of movies, it really is, it's just about casting the person who's already there, the person who just doesn't really need a whole lot of instruction as far as how to be that character. They kind of come in already in the. I mean, Liam Neeson is, you're going to get Liam Neeson, and that's the key. And I think it's the same thing with Pam. It's like it's what you want for that character is Pam Anderson, so why not get Pam Anderson? What she's giving you is sincere and completely real, and she's not trying to play the comedy, but at the same time, there's just enough of that kind of natural Marilyn Monroe-ishness that she brings to the table.
The basic plot line is one that belongs to most film noir. It's a detective who is uncovering a crime that has happened. There is a femme fatale played beautifully by Pamela Anderson. The detective played by Liam Neeson, as I'm sure you're aware, and it is a plot basically having to uncover what the crime is. It's quite evident that I'm suspicious in this situation. That's not a surprise. and it's set up early. Can I help you?
Remember me?
Well, hello, Miss Cherry Roosevelt, Fat Bozo, Charming Spaghetti.
I got involved just because I got sent the script, and I think they were checking to see if I would be interested in playing the character. But funny enough, I was on a party bus with my friend Matt Bettinelli Old Pan. He was asking me, what do you got coming up now? And the party bus, we were going theater to theater, sneaking in to see Abigail, the film that we had done together. And I said, well, I got this offer for this film, this comedy. I never get to do comedies. And he was like, well, what is it? And I told him it was The Naked Gun. And he said, yeah, my best friend since I was 3 is directing that. And so he went off about Akiva, and I felt like I knew Akiva by the time we finished that evening. So he had been texting back and forth with Akiva, and they were asking me, Akiva was asking me questions through Matt. And yeah, I was like, okay, this is going to be a lot of fun.
I think the first Naked Gun movie is a perfect movie. But what we can do is a little different and kind of honor the spirit of it and try some new stuff. And I think if you come in with an open mind, you'll enjoy this one and hopefully enjoy it a lot.
Now, cover me.
Coming up next, the cast shares what it was like to work with Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson when iHollywood Television returns. Welcome back. We are giving you an all-access pass to Paramount Pictures' The Naked Gun. You know, we asked the cast to share their thoughts on working with Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson for the project, and well, here is what they had to share with us.
Adam Fox. Keep your hands where I can see them. I hear you've been starting fights in public with thousands of witnesses.
It's all part of the game.
So you think this is a game, huh?
Liam Neeson, honestly, is one of my great heroes. So in the acting world. So I had been watching him and going out of my way to find his films and always noticing this very tall, incredibly compelling actor. And I was like, oh, when I grow up, I want to be like him, because I was another tall actor trying to figure out, well, do tall actors get work in film? I really didn't know. I thought that maybe I would only be able to play, creatures and whatnot. When I went to set, they said, do you want to meet Liam? He's right around the corner doing fight rehearsal. And I became a little boy, and I got really scared and shy. And they were like, no, he'll want to meet you. And I was like, I don't want to bother him. And then I poked my head around the corner, and he saw me right away, and he was like, Kevin Durand. And and he came and shook my hand and told me that he was excited that I was there and that he loved my work. And it's so funny because, they say don't meet your heroes, but Liam Neeson is even better than I could have imagined him to be, and so fun to work with, and compassionate, generous, very committed, fun guy.
We haven't seen Liam Neeson do much comedy, but what we do know is that he has a particular set of skills that he's developed over a long career. He was absolutely heaven-sent little angel. I adore Liam. He's the cutest, sweetest man on the planet. And when you're that dramatic and that terrifying of a stature, you have to be a really nice person, and he is.
Pamela Anderson as Beth is extraordinary. She's unbelievable. I'm utterly smitten. She's a combination of Rita Hayworth, Marilyn Monroe. She's Mae West, Jessica Rabbit. But she's actually none of them. She's Pamela Anderson, and she has approached this in the most coquettish, attractive, fun, deceptive way.
Pamela Anderson plays the femme fatale, I guess, is the best way to describe her character. Who's very beautiful, sexy, and funny. Pamela is all that and more. Any scene with Pamela Anderson was terrific, and I always looked forward to working with her. I think we got on well. She's certainly become a new pal, Pamela. She's terrific to work with. No big ego, no airs and graces. And we had a few laughs on set, yeah.
I'm familiar with Liam's career. He's had such an incredible career, starting in theater and just kind of being part of this acting royalty, you know, from Schindler's List and all the other films he's done. So it was intimidating. I was afraid to meet him. I was literally shaking the first day I came to rehearse our first scene. But once we got going, I mean, he's such a gentleman, he's such a sweetheart, and he's so giving and generous, and was so complimentary and supportive that, you know, you can't help but fall in love with Liam.
Coming up next, we are learning more about how the idea developed for the Naked Gun with the crew when iHollywood Television returns.
And action. Move! Move! Move!
So I got the call saying, how would you like to be involved with a new Naked Gun, which immediately I thought, no, I don't at all, because the first Naked Gun is a perfect movie. Then they said, how would you like to do a new Naked Gun with Liam Neeson? And that kind of opened my mind to the possibilities of how it could be a new thing, how it could exist alongside the old Naked Gun and honor the old Naked Gun and take the spirit of the old Naked Gun, but maybe be a new movie. And so I tried to take kind of the spirit of their style of comedy and their style of jokes, and specifically that they would cast dramatic actors and place them into a genre and be really true to the genre. All the things that kind of were the hallmarks of what they did, I try to keep that intact while acknowledging that 35 years of action movies and police procedurals have happened since they made the old ones, and that Liam Neeson is not Leslie Nielsen. He is his own individual actor, person. He does have a specific set of traits and talents that are not a particular set of skills that are just as exciting.
My part of this was really just having the thought a while back that Liam Neeson would be really funny in a Naked Gun reboot. And that was kind of, that's really the extent of my contribution to this iteration. And Akiva Schaffer and his team came along, and as far as this iteration and how it came about and how, you know, we were able to find our way in, that's 100% of the credit goes to him.
When I started with Seth, he and Liam had been talking about this movie and the idea of a remake for years, since they worked together on Ted 2. And it was sort of one of those ideas that as soon as you hear it, you're like, oh my God, he's definitely the right guy for this, meaning Liam Neeson. And I think that finding the right guy to play a version of a classic movie is the most important thing before you move forward. And I think for all these years between the original movie and now, it was about trying to find that person that could do it right.
Now is the perfect time for a Naked Gun film because we all want to laugh. There is something so incredible about being in a theater surrounded by strangers or people you know and just laughing, having a great time. And if there's one thing that this film delivers on, it's being funny. Dan, Doug, and Akiva wrote one of the most joke-packed hilarious scripts that I've ever read, and they delivered on executing the incredible artistry that makes you believe in it, that makes you feel like you are part of this world. And I think being in a movie theater, watching that with your friends, your family, is an experience that is not often given these days.
Rome is burning! Where's the damn fiddle player?
People are always kind of ready to laugh, and there aren't a lot of comedies out there that, even on television, that are out to make you laugh. There's a lot of television comedies that are out to win awards and to be, thoughtful and to be important with a capital I, and not a whole lot that are like, we're a comedy, that's our job, above all else. And if something gets in the way of that, then we're not necessarily a comedy, we're something else. And there are very few of those types of movies and TV shows now, and I think people are kind of starved for it. And I think they're starved for something like The Naked Gun. I think they're starved for that kind of movie. It's been a while.
Coming up next, we take you to the New York City premiere of The Naked Gun with the cast and crew when iHollywood Television returns. Welcome back. We are celebrating the release of The Naked Gun playing in theaters. As we have learned, the 2025 movie revolves around Lieutenant Frank Drebin Jr., played by Liam Neeson, the son of the original Frank Drebin from the classic films. He's a clumsy but well-meaning detective in the police squad unit. Now, the cast and crew recently got together to celebrate the film in New York City with the premiere, and we were there to capture all the feel-good moments. Here is a look inside the event.
I'm not surprised that Liam and Pam have chemistry. They're both really immensely charismatic and kind people. And those kinds of people tend to get along with each other, so I'm not surprised that they did.
It was a good script. We needed a giggle, we needed a few laughs.
It's good to play it straight. I mean, the script was really wonderful and the director was incredible.
Hopefully they will enjoy the utter silliness and just joy that's taking place, and they're watching Liam Neeson, one of the greatest actors of all time, really put himself through the ringer and be so silly and commit completely. So hopefully they're going to experience the joy that we had making it.
The most amazing thing about being on the set with Liam, the director, the rest of the cast, it's like everybody really motivated each other to be their best selves. We had fun. We laughed at the humorous moments. We laughed on camera, off camera. We laughed and joked when we was at the craft service table. We laughed when we was just getting makeup and hair done, and it was just really like family and long-term friendship, even though some of us just met that day we was on the set. So I can honestly say it was a incredibly tremendous experience, and I hope I could be in the next couple of these, as long as they keep it going.
The kind of comedy that you're going to get from this film is the type of comedy that we really need right now. I think we all need to crack a smile and have a giant laugh and forget about all the madness that's going on throughout the world. It's a really nice pit stop and a place to relax and just let go of all your worries. Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson are so funny. Akiva Schaffer just killed this movie. So I'm just so proud of getting to be a part of this team.
Listen, movie watchers, The Naked Gun is silly and stupid in the best way. and it is inviting you to take a break from your chaotic, strenuous, brain-warped lives and just enjoy something for 85 minutes.
I'm very excited that there's a real capital C comedy movie coming out. I think that the movie industry has been lacking in that for a while, and props to Akiva Schaffer for bringing this Naked Gun reboot back into the zeitgeist.
First time that Liam and Pam met off screen during our camera tests, you could just tell. There was an instant attraction, instant chemistry. They look great together. They're both tall and they're both funny, and they both have sort of a sense of humor about themselves. And then it just grew on set, and the more that they got to play with each other in terms of the relationship of the characters in the movie, the more it became clear that we had found the right Frank Drebin Jr. and Beth.
New York City is the best place to hold a premiere. I mean, Pamela and Liam, they looked great together, right? When we come back, we are reading some of your comments to seeing the movie in theaters during the opening weekend. So come on back after this. Welcome back. Now, before we go, here are a few reactions to fans viewing The Naked Gun during opening weekend. Alex writes, I just left the cinema with a wonderful impression of a comedy parody. It's the kind of film where you can turn off your brain and simply enjoy the situational humor, banter, and absurdity. The first 30 to 40 minutes are filled with numerous references to legendary phenomena in pop culture, which are truly off the charts. Michael shares this film honors the spirit of Police Squad and Naked Gun series without copying it outright. The gags are non-stop and genuinely hilarious. Even if a few jokes fail to tickle your funny bone, they are quickly followed by jokes that will. And lastly, Cat24 shares The Naked Gun is an absolute banger. I honestly can't remember the last time I heard that many people laughing in a theater from start to finish. What makes it even better is the perfect runtime. It doesn't overstay its welcome, and there's zero filler. It's tight, fast-paced, and relentless with the humor. You are basically in a constant state of chuckling, grinning, or full-on laughing the entire time. Now, what are your thoughts on The Naked Gun? If you have seen the movie, let us know by sharing your thoughts with us on Instagram. Give us a follow at iHollywood TV. Well, that does it for this Movie Insider. We will see you back here for the next one on iHollywood TV. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.